Good afternoon, Rich Nass, Executive Vice President with Open Systems Media and leader of the Embedded Computing Design franchise. I am here with Dustin Seetoo of Premio. Hello, Dustin, how are you?
How's it going, Rich?
It is going great. Would you please tell me a little bit about Premio? I'm afraid I'm not up to speed on what the latest and greatest is.
That's unfortunate. I would love to tell you about Premio as a whole. So we've been in the business for about 30 years. The reason why you haven't really heard about the Premio brand name is because we've really catered to a B2B business. So what I like to call Premio 1.0 and what we've done at that time was in the early 90s where white box PC manufacturing was really hot. So we served the K through 12 industry and we were doing large volumes of white box PCs specifically for the education market K through 12.
Okay, that's interesting.
And that's where we really develop our core competence in computing as a whole. But as you know, where the market is going, at that time in the 90s, the PC market commodity took a dive. So in order to sustain, and in order to be more resilient to the market, what we kind of transferred our business model to was more contract manufacturing EMS. So currently in our Los Angeles headquarters, 150,000 square foot manufacturing facility, full automation lines, and all of our customers through contract manufacturing, we've worked with Cisco, all of them have been acquired by Cisco. Over 5 of our customers have been acquired by Cisco. But in that nature and in that business, a lot of your design is not your own proprietary design. You're working with a lot of these customers. They're coming to you for their manufacturing. They're coming to you for the logistics as well to help service the product globally, right? So in around 2010 is where Premio, once again, what I like to call Premio 3.0, we moved from our edge to cloud type of business model, and that's where we put our investment in design into our homegrown products. So currently in our product line and portfolio, we have edge to cloud products, and in that edge to cloud products, we have fanless industrial embedded design. So this is why embedded world is a big show for us as a whole. But if you move to the high performance stuff in the type, HPC market, high performance storage, we do all data center high rack mountable stuff that's using a lot of NVMe, dual node redundancy, and high density type storage nodes as well.
So how much of it is custom versus standard off the shelf?
On the embedded side, all of it's standard off the shelf, but the reason why we have off the shelf is because a lot of our customers use that as building blocks. They can take those building blocks as a starting point, and that's where our core competence and our engineering really comes into play. So lots of times they'll take a kind of, I would say, a cookie cutter type of design, and they'll say, I need this type of customization on the I/O. I need additional PoE. So that's in the market like this for embedded. It's, I would say, 80% to 90% is off the shelf, and then the rest is customization as well.
And what about the software integration?
So software integration is we work with a lot of third parties that help us with that. We're not software designers by nature, just through our history. Our core competence and our strength is really into the engineering design of the hardware of computing.
So you're software agnostic, no matter what operating system somebody wants to come in with, you're good
so
with
whether
it.
that be Linux on the Windows side as well for the OS, but mostly software-wise, very agnostic.
Okay, and what are the applications that you see going forward that will really push your business?
Currently, the edge is the hot keyword, but how the edge plays is a lot of people are seeing that the cloud is no longer needed. It really needs to kind of move a lot of that data back to the edge level. So as all these devices are coming online, as they're communicating with each other, now they have this valuable data. And that data needs to be aggregated to the point to where they can analyze that data. So to answer your question, Rich, a lot of that market is moving into, where I first see it, is a lot of industrial automation, Industry 4.0, autonomous as well. And I'm not talking about, our products really don't fit into the autonomous actual inference analysis part of it. For the data logging, surveillance, monitoring side of that of the data is very important for edge computing specifically.
But to be clear, you're not eliminating the storage, you're just moving it on-prem.
Yeah, so we're kind of making the storage more local. So in our booth here, you'll start to see some pretty unique elements of our design. We've pulled a lot of our design capabilities from our storage side. So you'll see we basically use hot swap NVMe M.2 in combination with the GPU to really have the cache from the GPU with the NVMe storage. So you have that balance, workload balance.
And you're taking that headache of security out of the picture by doing that.
Security for us, the way we look at it as a hardware manufacturer, so TPM as the trusted platform module itself, that really drives our direction for security. So as long as we have that soldered on board, in terms of a hardware encryption standpoint, that's where security really can help drive for us from hardware.
Very good, thank you very much.
Yeah.